Hi everybody, this is Arnie from Krazy Kool Cakes. I'm Lauda's husband and I'm here with the second tutorial on how to make palm trees. Now these palm trees will be featured, as you see, in a Madagascar cake this weekend, so look for that video as well. Now the items that you're going to be needing for this tutorial are gum paste. We got green gum paste, and the way I got this was mixing leaf green with electric green, and any shade of brown that you like or any shade of green that you like is fine. This leaf cutter will come in use in just a little bit towards the end of the video, but this one has its own veiner, which is pretty cool, and you can pick this up at any hobby store. This leaf cutter has to be at least 3 inches long, and it doesn't have to be this shape, for we're going to be cutting within this shape, and I'm going to show you how that works later. And of course I have my trusty shortening. This veiner here, this is just my choice. I like this veiner. You can use any veiner you like. It's not a big issue. Of course, these cutters here, these are pink in color and they are fabulous. And so I also have my favorite tool that I'm going to be utilizing to cut around this cutter here when I cut into the gum paste. I also need a wooden skewer. One wooden skewer. We're going to just show you how to do one today. And then I have an X-Acto knife. And I also have this tool here, which I don't think we have a name for, but we used it all the time, Lauda and I. And I'll show you how to do that. And of course another blade. This one bends, so something that bends would be nice. And this 18 gauge wire, which we'll be cutting down, and I'll show you how to utilize that in the video as well. Okay, so we're going to get started. We're going to take our brown and we're going to make our trunk of the tree right here. And we're going to put our lines into it, and I'm going to show you how to do all that. So the first step you want to do is take your gum paste out of the wrapper, out of its freshness, and just like my last video, take it, put some shortening in, and work out all the cracks that you can. And I know you're saying, well, trees have cracks in them. That's fine, but I like to start out clean and then put the cracks in myself. Kind of playing God, you know? So this is a very time-consuming effort. So I might have grabbed too much here, so I'm just going to take a little bit out of it, put that back in the packaging. We got a lot of response from that first video. It says very helpful to a lot of people as I'm taking the cracks out here. Some people were even showing off their balloons, which I thought was pretty great. So now I'm just starting to work this gum paste. And like I said, a lot of this is time consuming. Lauda gave me this project a long time ago for a cake that we did for a safari cake. And you can actually use these palm trees in any kind of scene you like. An oasis, maybe a desert scene. Like I said, we're doing it for a jungle theme. And you could do it for an ocean theme or an island theme. And all of a sudden I feel like having a pina colada. But all joking aside, I'm still working the gum paste. And this is, like I said, a very time-consuming project, and I don't mind doing it as a husband. And it's just a fun time for my wife and I to work together. And I encourage all you husbands out there that are just watching the football game or watching the sports on TV, you know, help your wife out. Spend some time with her, you know. This is the day and age of DVR, and thank God for somebody who invented the DVR. I'm just rolling out the gum paste. The DVR is probably the best invention ever utilized in our TV functions, and allows me to go and watch the TV without commercials. So, as Lauda's answering your all's emails, I'm watching all my sporting events as we wind down the day. So, husbands, get out there and help your wives. It's a good thing. Nothing wrong with that. And those wives out there that are looking at this video, and you say, well, that's my time alone to myself without my husband. I said, shame on you. So, here we are. There's our trunk of the tree. Took me that long to get there, but it didn't take that long. So now we're going to use this tool that I don't have a name for. And we're just going to put some lines into it, and it's real simple. You just kind of go like that, and then just kind of roll it along, and so on and so forth. It doesn't have to be any kind of neatness, as you see. It's going to take its shape. And this is a dark balsa wood. I'm just kidding. I'm not sure. But as you can see, the lines are taking shape and form. And once again, the boring part of the video. No, I know y'all enjoy this. Just the step-by-step is incredible. Lauda has taught me so much step-by-step, and she's really happy the way I'm coming along with my artistry, and I like that. So that's just a simple summation of how to do those lines. Then you're going to take your wooden skewer and place it in either side, because we're going to utilize both sides. So you're going to place it in there, pointy side in. If I could just do that, and then you just kind of work it in, kind of feel, make sure it's not going out any of the sides of the, I'm sorry I have to hold it like this, but make sure it doesn't go out any sides of the trunk. And you have to take it down pretty far. And this is what I want to show you, that this is probably going to be as much of the skewer that you want sticking out so they can stick into the cake. Now I could feel that my skewer is probably right around here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this a little bit, and you can do that, it's fine. I'll show you that that's okay to do. So I said it was around here. I'm going to cut it right around there, and still it takes a solid form. And I'm just going to place that here for right now in an already fixed board. If you can, I forgot to say, you're probably going to need a styrofoam board, so you can go ahead and place that on there. Then you put this gum paste away. Then we're going to start on the green part now of the leaves. And this is going to be fun. You're going to really enjoy this. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I can do this, be the next banker, trust me, you can do this too. So don't be discouraged. If you mess up, just keep trying again. Trust me, Lauda makes me try and try again. Isn't that right, sweetie? Mm-hmm. So now I'm just taking like a ball's worth of gum paste, green gum paste, and I'm going to work this down too with the shortening. Nice and relaxed. We usually have some music playing on our bows while we're doing this, but we need to let this video just take place and just hear my voice. So here we are. We're going to roll this out into one of these rolling boards here. And I forgot you need your rolling pin. We're just going to roll this out. Not too thin, because you need some density in the for the wiring. And there's many times that I've cut this and the wire sticks out, and I have to start over again. So there's nothing wrong with that. Here's where that 3-inch cutter is going to come into play. Now I'm already kind of visualizing this space here, so I'm going to stick that right there, trying to find a center point, cut into it, and here's my favorite tool, and I just use this to grab the gum paste away from the cutter. Nice clean shot. You'll see that in a second. Tear that away, put this over here. Always like to keep a neat area, keep your hands free. And here's our leaf, so to speak. Then I'm going to take this cutter that bends and just kind of cut around it, and I'm going to take it in this form here and that form there. So where you see the shape of the palm tree. And here it is. We're going to cut right into it. Ouch! Oh, just kidding. Just be careful when you're using blades, that's all I'm going to say. We have had a few accidents, but nothing too serious. So there's my shape of my leaf. So my next step is trying to peel this up nice and cleanly. There's where you're going to place your wire, right in there. You're going to find the vein like a doctor. So I'm just going to cut off this amount of 18 gauge wire per leaf. I might even use less. There's your first cut right there. Okay, now that we've cut our wire, which should be about 2.5 inches long, and this end being sharp as to enter this vein of the leaf, we're going to go and do that now. I have to place this down, and into the leaf it goes. Try to stay above this side, so where you can see it traveling in. And that's fine. If you see a little white, that's a good sign. You're on this side of the leaf. I'll flip it over and show you what I mean. See, there's nothing shown here. And just about there. And there you go. Then you take your veiner and you're going to place it in there. And I like to take 2 steps with this veiner, but that's just me. Now I'm just going to press firmly, not piercing, just kind of firmly to where it shows up. And then I take it step down, and then I press on this side of the veiner to give it the full effect. And there it is. In fact, maybe just a little bit more. If you're missing any, just kind of go over it. And there you go. Put the veiner away. Now I'm ready to take my X-Acto knife and cut slits into my palm tree leaf. And the way I do that is I just kind of cut this at an angle. And then I square this one out. And I take it out. Then I do another cut here at an angle. And then one straight. Another one at an angle here. And so on and so forth. So I'll just run through that. And they kind of get smaller as you go down to the bottom of the leaf. Then I just flip it over and do the same. Angle, square. Angle, square. And there's your leaf. Now what we're going to do is just kind of give it a bend right over the table to where it's going to give it this bend here, as you see in the fixed leaves here. So here we go. Nice and gentle. Hold this firmly and then just bend it real quick. And there you go. Okay, we're just going to place it in this tray that we got from a grocery store. And if you ask them nicely, this is just an apple tray. And they're just going to throw it out anyway after they've stocked the apples. And we just place them in here. And you kind of just press down a little bit. Here are some already fixed leaves that we already done. And this is the angle it's going to take. So this takes about a day to dry, and also the trunk about a day to dry before you pierce it into the palm tree. Now we're going to show you how to insert your palm tree leaves into your palm tree, into the trunk, which both items should be dried for a day. These leaves have been dried for a day. This trunk here has not been dried for a day, but we're going to make believe that it has, but you make sure that you have your trunk dry for a day. So now we're going to go and do that for you. My wife and I, we like to see 5 leaves on our tree, and you can put as many as you like. We kind of disguise it with this small leaf right here because the wires do show up. If you can do it without the wires showing up, more power to you. But we disguise it with the leaf. It's just more greenery. It's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. We're dealing with gum paste. So here we go. We're going to insert right into the top. A little bit of force, and make sure it doesn't come out the side of the trunk. There's your first leaf. Now you can start going whichever way you want. I kind of go this way, different angles, have them touching. Oopsie, I kind of felt going out to the trunk. So what I like to do there, maybe cut a little bit off. Make sure nobody's standing on the side of the room so you don't shoot them with the wire. Right into the trunk it goes. So there's number 2. There's number 3, a little bit long. So we're going to cut that again. Not too bad. Right into the trunk. So there you go. Now there's that. And I'm going to show you how to disguise the wires now. Just grab some gum paste. Roll it out. Not too much. Just enough for this little cutter. You're probably wondering where that little cutter is going to come into play. But here it is. Like I said, it already has its own veiner. You don't have to have the veiner. I kind of like it. Push down. And there it is. Then, we take our blade. And we're going to cut. Just like a little palm tree leaf. Doesn't have to be perfect. There it is. And I take my favorite tool and just kind of shape it. Love working with soft gum paste because this is very easy to do. And once again, just cut little slits into it just to give it that look. Pretty cool, huh? I like it. Makes me want to be on a beach right now. So here's our leaf. We're going to place it where the wires are exposed. And you want to kind of place it towards kind of like a leaf coming out of the tree. So you're hiding the wires as well. After you put the edible glue on there, that'll set perfectly. And there are your palm trees ready to go on whatever cake your client wants for you, whether it be an oasis, desert, beach, island, any kind of palm tree can be utilized for those cakes. So I hope you enjoyed this. We want to thank our subscribers and our friends that watch our videos. Thanks for your friendly comments. We appreciate that. Take care and God bless.